Well done.
Excellent,
Okay.
excellent contribution there from Timothy John Allen.
Is his middle name actually John?
Dude, I don't know. I just assume it is.
Yeah, I figure it is too.
Because it's a good middle name that has. Oh, can you pass me the headphones?
Oh, yeah,
I've
sure.
already sat down and I've got a beer in my hand.
Your hands are full.
Well, one of my hands is full.
Yeah, so,
Crisp. Tip of the tongue, the teeth, and the lips.
is that like the arsonist has oddly shaped feet?
Yeah. Do you remember School of Rock?
Yeah.
That's like Jack Black's singing warm up in that movie.
The tip of the tongue. The what?
Tip of the tongue, the teeth, and the lips.
Oh, okay.
It's got a bunch of syllables in it.
Yes.
So, zip ties or duct tape?
Well, we haven't introduced...
No, we'll do that after.
Oh, zip ties or duct tape?
Yeah.
What do you, like...
What's better for fixing things?
Zip ties. More grip, less like duct tape is good for sticking things, but zip ties are good for tying things.
Yeah. But you can tie a knot in duct tape, and then it becomes useless. But
No, duct tape is good for things like that you can't zip tie, and zip ties are good for things you can't duct tape.
have you ever seen drift stitches?
No.
So, say you've really screwed up the paneling on your car, and you've like ripped an actual like cut in it, basically.
Yeah.
What they'll do is they'll get like a drill. They'll drill holes on either side of the cut, and then put a cable tie through.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
And it's like stitches.
Yeah, I thought it was. I didn't know it was called drift stitching.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
like I've never seen it. Well, I've never heard of someone using that who isn't also like a drag racing person.
I had a friend that they bought a used car, and there was this rattle in the car, and they couldn't figure out what it was. Basically, the guy prior to them had, I don't know if it was if I remember something under the car, on the muffler or something, and so he basically had zip tied so the muffler like tube is like there, and he's like zip tied splint, so it's like fractured,
Yeah.
completely. So the muffler came off, and he zip tied 2 splints along the piping.
Or like a broken leg.
Yeah, yeah, he's literally splintered, and I don't know. The person told me this, and I'm like, no, and he's like, yeah, they probably had a custom muffler that they installed and that they wanted to keep. So it's like, yeah.
Or they were just really cheap.
Yeah, probably. But how do you fracture? Like, as in, like, it was like you just like snapped a twig in half. There was like 2 pieces, and they just splintered it together with zip ties and 2 another pieces of metal.
I don't know. Does this guy know about welding? It's great new technology.
Well, I don't know.
Or like
Well, it wasn't the friend of mine that had it. It was
oh right.
yeah, it was the previous owner, and apparently it kept rattling, and he was like, "Yeah,
Really?
I've got this rattle," and then the mechanic was like, "Oh, okay, cool, yeah, I'll take a look at it. Where is it?" And he's like, "Oh, it's under the back, sort of thing." And he's like, "Yeah, okay," and apparently he put it up on his like the car lifting thing, and he's like.
Yeah.
What is this? And like the mechanic was like, "Did you do this? What did you do?" And he's like, I bought the car like a year ago. I haven't touched it."
Couldn't you? Oh, yeah.
Yes, you could very easily weld it.
Yeah, that's what I
Or
want.
hell, just even drill holes and then like,
Yeah, but do some stitches.
yeah, just stitch it back together, not splint it.
Or they get that plumbing solder.
Yeah, plumbing solder. I'm a tradesman.
You melt metal onto it. It's like it's like welding, but like if you have commitment issues.
It's the one where you've got the torch and you like go it over it and then you like add it to it and you melt it onto it and then you like yeah I know the stuff.
Yeah,
it's used in gas fitting.
Yeah, it's pretty much it. They use like plastic pipes now mostly. Well, not PVC. Is that plastic or is that vinyl? I don't know.
Post
polyvinyl something
pipe. It's actually pipe, very coarse. Pipe, comma, very coarse.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's.
Thank you for unlearning me.
You're welcome. Or it's please variable chatterbox. I don't know.
But these are another fun fact about duct tape.
Yeah.
Can't use it on ducts.
Why not?
They get too hot.
Oh, really?
You have to use this special like aluminum tape. Sorry, aluminum
tape. Like, would you like to use some aluminum tape? Do you think everyone would get annoyed if I started talking like this?
Yes. I'm already annoyed. I want to break
It sort of
this
sounds
glass.
like the guy from that video game that I've been watching. But yeah,
you have to give me context there.
It's
I don't know what you watch.
Detroit Become Human. If you've been to a movie in the last like 2 months, you would have seen it.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Because like when we watched Infinite Warfare, there was like an ad 3 times in the same cinema. It's whatever. But yeah.
Anyway, today's topic is home improvement.
Learning. Smart. Self-help. Podcast.
And big in your mind. Again, I've never watched that show.
Like that's all the time. Like you know how Big Bang Theory when they want to break up a scene,
Yeah.
they'll do that like fancy graphic, and then there's like a sound.
You know, I hate Big Bang Theory, right?
Yeah, but your wife loves it, so
No,
you're familiar with it.
Yeah, I'm familiar with it, only so that I can pay it out. Because it's literally like, this is a scene from Big Bang Theory. Normal people are sitting down without Sheldon on the couch. Enter Sheldon. You're in my spot. And then they're like, woo! He said it. That's the laugh track. And then they're like, I don't know, they'll say something and then he'll be like, and then there'll be a disagreement and he'll be like, no, that is incorrect. And then he'll be like, this is the reason. I have autism and I have to disagree with everyone. And then it's like, woo, yeah! It is the worst show. I mean, if I wanted to laugh at autism, I'm kidding.
2.5 Men.
Joke.
That's much worse.
Yes, it's by the same person.
It is, yeah.
I don't know. Charlie Sheen sort of had this like
worst producer to work with in TV, the TV version of Hollywood.
Really?
Apparently. I mean, except Harvey Weinstein, he's pretty bad to work with. I've heard.
Well, isn't he?
Actually, no, he's great to work with if you're a guy.
Yeah, it's. Did you see the thing about? I think it was George Clooney and Mark Wahlberg or Matt Damon said about him.
No.
There was like a question in an interview which was like, "You've worked with Harvey Weinstein a lot. What's he like to work with?" And they're like, "He's fine." And they're like, "Oh, but all the things he did." And it's like, "Well, yeah, he's a creep, but like, yeah, that's and like well, I think it was Clooney that was like, it's bad, but unfortunately, that's the state the business is in, as in show business." I think I could be incredibly wrong on that. I know someone did say.
I hope there's a hashtag about that because that's a pretty
hashtag not my business.
Like that guy's literally, well, on rape charges. Yeah, okay, it's not like assume he's guilty
Yeah,
just because
he's been
just because he
accused.
has that rapist look.
Oh
you know?
yeah, see that's the thing. It's like I never knew who Harvey Weinstein was until the whole thing came out.
I actually pictured him looking more like Woody Allen or something.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Maybe that's slight racism. Now that I think about it.
Why? You just assumed he was an old white man.
Yeah, white. Yeah.
Oh, Jewish, right? Okay.
Where do you think my mind went?
I don't know. Weinstein's sort of like it's a completely Jewish name. What am I saying?
It's more Jewish than Woody Allen is, and Woody Allen is Jewish.
Yeah. Oh, that's Tim Allen. Whoops.
No, Woody Allen. Yeah, Woody
Yeah,
Allen
Woody-
is the one.
Yeah.
We were talking before about Tim Allen because Home Improvement. And,
That's the topic, which we yet to talk about.
well, and
Yeah, go.
he thought Tim Allen was implicated in the Me Too thing, which I'm fairly sure he's not. But Woody Allen is.
Really?
But
Didn't he like
in
marry his daughter or something?
yeah, well, in a weird way, and like he molested people on set or something. I don't know.
Classic Hollywood.
That might be libel, so I don't know if that's actually true.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
We should put a disclaimer in episodes. Disclaimers are easier than apologies. Something I learned during the week listening to another podcast.
yeah, but not apologizing is easier than disclaimers.
Yeah. I don't know. This is art. You can't silence art.
This is satire.
I mean, yeah, let's say it's satire.
No, it's an easy defense.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, Home Improvement
I actually had a thing.
on your phone. I've never seen the Home Improvement TV show, just as a thing.
So Tim Allen is a goofy but lovable husband and not house husband, goofy and lovable dad and husband in a white middle American suburban neighborhood, and he runs a TV show out of his garage.
Oh.
And the TV show is about home improvement.
I love every
And
TV sitcom
I
ever.
thought it had Billy Mays in it.
Billy Mays here, he died. How dare you speak ill of the dead? I mean, you weren't really speaking ill, but...
Oh, I'm speaking ill of the alive as well. I'm going after everybody.
No one is safe. I mean, we're not really that, you know.
Okay, no, it was a guy that looks a lot like Billy Mays, but it wasn't.
Billy Mays there. There was a Counter-Strike map called Billy Mays, and it had all these, like, infomercial stuff in them. And you had to, like, run through. It was, like most of it was cooking, and so it was, like, you had to get through the thing without dying. It was fun.
I tried to make a Counter-Strike map once of the school
Yeah, I remember that.
called DE_tension.
As in T-E...
DE, like...
No, DETENTION.
Yeah,
Not
like-
tension as in, like, surface
Oh, yeah,
tension.
Tension. Like a detention.
Yeah, detention.
It was a pun. And
On detention.
anyway, I got a decent amount of the way a way through it, and then I realized this is going to look really bad. Like if they find me with a Counter-Strike map, hey, shoot 'em up of my school, like a first-person shooter map of my school,
Yeah.
in which people who go to the school who also play Counter-Strike will
We'll
plant
find.
bombs in the school.
Yeah. Or like have hostages in the school. Shooting up classrooms.
No, because then it would be
DE map,
CS
right.
tension.
Yeah,
and
CS
that wouldn't
tension.
work. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's got to be DE tension. So it has to be the bomb diffuser one.
Yeah, I don't know. It'll be fine. We'll do it now. I mean, Counter-Strike Source is now dead. It's now...
And no one cared. But like, I was more worried about if like the school found out.
Then I made you could
Yeah,
blow
and
up
then
the
I'm going to be
school.
going to the counselor every day, and they'll be like, "Well, sometimes, Michael, people have violent thoughts about their colleagues. What do you have? What sort of thoughts do you have?"
You know, I got that once.
Really?
Yeah. I was playing rugby and it was after rain and it rained on the cricket pitch.
Yeah.
And I fell on the cricket pitch and I got a big scratches down my wrist. And so
Down the road or across the street?
down the road,
Yeah.
I wasn't looking for attention. I was going for results. But no, yeah, and I got a big
man.
scratch down my like inside of my wrist, and like a teacher saw it and was like, "Oh, Jared, what's that?" And I'm like, "Oh, I fell over." They're like, "Oh, no, it doesn't look like it looks pretty big." And then like literally the next class later was like, I had like the nice counselor lady being like, "Hi, I'd like to speak to Jared." Just quickly, yeah, just a bit of your time, just let's go have a chat. And I'm like, when they say let's go have a chat, it's not like, hey, I'm gonna talk to you, because that sounds bad. But like have a chat now sounds bad because that's what they use instead of.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not like they can say, hey, do you want to come with me and I can provide you with mental health care?
I'm going to probe you about the injury on your arm.
Hi, I just wanted to have a chat about your suicidal depression.
Are you trying to... Oh, actually, and one of the questions was... Because this was like 2007, 2008.
Yeah.
It was... And so that was like mid-emo... Like, when emos were a thing. I mean, they still are, but...
But like, that was when My Chemical Romance was relevant.
Yeah, yeah. And so they were literally like, do you know what an emo is? And I was like, yeah, dressed in black, hair over the face. They complain a lot. And then they're like, I don't think they complain a lot, but yes, do you adhere to the emo subculture? And I was like, nah, man.
Wow.
No, I don't. Then they're like, oh, okay. And I'm like, I literally walked in there and I was like, I got this. I fell over on the rugby pitch. That's how this happened. But like, there was a big one going straight through.
Yeah.
So I don't know, I fell on like a sharp rock or something. And then there was like the rest of the scratches, but the rest, like those lighter scratches had healed up.
So it looks like you've done some other
like
ones
a really
too.
big one. And then there was like a bunch of like small ones. Yeah. But yeah, it was like,
Explaining the thing about the cricket pitch, by the way, so cricket is played on like
grass.
Yeah, it's played on really tightly mowed grass, and when it rains, that particular area of the field, because it hasn't got as heavy grass, it becomes really muddy, and when you play rugby,
dries,
when you play
it
rugby
becomes
on
really
this,
hard.
yeah, and when you play rugby on the same field, that part of the field gets chopped up with like the studded boots, and then
Or cleats.
cleats, cleats, aluminum cleats.
I never had metal cleats. But yeah,
I had metal cleats.
I never needed them.
Yeah, I messed up the kid's face once. Anyway, but yeah, so then the holes like they become sharp after the mud dries.
Yeah,
and
the
then,
mud turns to like stone, well, like stone, not actual stone, because it's
Yeah, but very very hard. I actually once shaved several mustache hairs off when somebody like what do they call spear tackles outside of Australia? Pile driver.
Yeah, there are so many different definitions for spear tackle.
They picked me up and then pushed my
like-
face into the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a pile driver.
Illegally, but the ref didn't see it.
Yeah, it's
The
like
ref was from their school too, so
Wow. I saw a kid lose a tooth on a cricket pitch.
you can just stick that back in. They grow back.
Yeah, just duct tape it back in,
Oh, finally.
back on the on topic.
Do you have anything to say about that kid who lost a tooth?
He lost a tooth, and it was gross, and he bled everywhere. The amount of times I came off the bloody rugby pitch, and I'd see like your dad or something, and be like, "That's all your blood, yeah," and I'll be like, "No." Or like, because we had white bits in our uniform, and it just like,
It was a magnet for anything that stained.
oh yeah, it was like, I don't know. I once had a scab on my forehead, and I
Yeah.
nicked that off in rugby, and it just bled like anything, and so like the whole like front of my face was bleeding, and I came out of like a ruck, and I just started bleeding, and then like I come up, and then like one of my teammates was like, "Whoa, you all right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, what's up?" Because I was sweaty, so I like touched my hand to my face, and I'm like, "Oh dear."
So my
Home improvement.
my first note here says dodgy electrical work.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're supposed to... Have you ever seen dodgy electrical work?
I've seen people changing like light fittings while the electricity's still on.
Isn't it illegal to touch that if you're not a Sparky? A Sparky is an electrician.
An electrical wirer. Pardon me. Yeah, no, it is, but I've seen people like installing PowerPoints and stuff while electricity's still on. And like, yeah, it's we had a renovation at home once. We had this builder. Did you ever meet the builder? His name was Brian.
Was it the renovation in that back?
In the backyard, yeah.
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 The one where your dad walked around in the Speedo?
Oh, constantly.
Like,
yeah.
constantly.
Yeah, it's just the easiest thing to build a thing in. And there was one time I was helping the
Look, when he was building skyscrapers back in New Zealand, like, everybody wore Speedos.
oh yeah, you know that famous picture of the guy sitting on the steel beam having lunch.
Oh, yeah.
There's an identical picture in New Zealand where they're all in speedos.
And your dad's there.
Well, yeah, obviously. But no, he's the builder. He was like, I don't know. He had like the building class of license that you could do everything. So you could do electrical, you could do plumbing, you could do.
I don't know that exists.
I think it's just building, like construction. There isn't be all and end all license, which encompasses everything.
I think you just had an unlicensed electrician.
I mean, possibly it was my parents, but
I don't think that license exists.
I'm pretty sure it does. I do a fair bit of license, like business licensing at work. Look up just like, hold on.
No, look, I'll look it up. You keep telling the story.
But yeah, no, like I helped him out a couple
Everybody
of times.
ignore the part about the general trade license. For now.
Oh, for now, okay. But yeah, no, he he was a good dude, and he installed a PowerPoint, and then was like, "Oh, I should have turned off the electricity, hey?" And I was like, "Yes, very much so." And he like almost electrocuted himself. Well, I think he was welding something, and he almost electrocuted himself. And he kept like when Dad was walking around in his speedos, he kept Dad wasn't there for some reason, and then like I was helping him for whatever reason. Then he's like, "I'm glad you at least wear clothes." And I was like, "Ha, have you found it yet?"
I found the general building license. An electrical license is required before any electrical wiring work can be undertaken in New South Wales, regardless of the cost of work.
Yeah, it cost of work.
Or residential, commercial, or industrial.
Or what?
So, like, regardless of whether it's one of those.
Hold on. Any work that is residential building under the Home Building Act 1989, which involves construction of a dwelling, alterations, additions. It also includes repairing, renovating, decorating, applying protective treatment.
Where does it say electrical?
It's coming up. Applying electric. No, it doesn't. It doesn't specifically say, but it says any work.
Yeah, and any electrical work, regardless of whether it's residential, commercial, industrial, at any value of work, needs to be carried out by a qualified electrician, which is a separate qualification. I'm just right.
Any contract for general building work that can include any specialist work that is integral to overall work. That is...
Unless he had seven licenses.
So at work... No, hold on. I'll get the form up for you. I know. Yeah, sorry. I've gotten my thing. Yeah. Technically correct.
You mean just correct? Yeah, yeah.
Go. No.
We could save a lot of time if you just said Michael was right.
Oh, you're right about the electrical. I don't give a shit. How to apply application form? There we go. I'll show you what I was thinking. All right. So, building work, general building, kitchen, bathroom. Yeah. So, Michael was correct. You can come back on that, I guess.
What were we talking about? Okay, yeah, so
Speedos.
Speedos, yeah, your dad walked around in a Speedo that entire time. I mean, they were building a pool, so...
Oh, there was also a granny flat out the back. Oh, the pool. They just got contractors to do it.
Was the other guy not a contractor?
I figure he was a contractor.
Sure, like it just wasn't some interesting guy that your dad met.
Like reverse garbage or something. He went
Yeah.
there all the time. Yeah, I don't know. Ugh.
So yeah, you had an unlicensed electrician wire up that house.
And
Does it still work?
yeah,
Has the house burned down?
I mean it's all stone.
Fire finds a way.
I mean, it was interesting when they were doing that reno. They found out that the because there was already a dwelling out there. They found that there was a so there was 2 stories. In the second story, because the building out the back was like 100 and something years old.
Yep.
It had a massive thing in the to stop the walls falling in on itself. It had this massive piece of wood basically just holding it apart.
Yep.
And so they wanted to they wanted to mess around with that. And the contractor guy was like, how old is this building? And then they're like, however much. And then they're like, that's probably keeping the walls up just as a thing. Probably don't want to touch that.
Jeez.
And yeah, it's just, that was it.
Far out.
I mean, there was people down the road. They put in a pool, but they couldn't put it in where they wanted it to
Yeah.
because there was like sewage pipes or something. And so what they did was and I don't know if you know sewage pipes, but they have to be straight, otherwise they just don't move if there's a bend in them at all.
Because it's such viscous.
Yeah, because it's so viscous it doesn't move. And so they put the pool in, but what they did was they dug down, got the pipes, and just like put in like elbow joints and like that for sewage. And they just put it, and then like, so apparently they were like, oh, this pipe is clogged. Okay, cool. And so they sent like a robot down, or like the long thing on the colonoscopy cam. I don't know what they're called.
Boroscope.
Boroscope. They sent one down, and then they're like,
Or boroscope.
they're like, there's a wall here. And they were like trying to like get through it. And then they were like, hey, where is that? And then so they measured it out, and they were like, so you've put a pool here where a sewage line is, but because sewage doesn't work on, I think it's water pressure or something, it just like
gravity.
it just flows through it or something. I don't know. And they're like, you can't do this just as a thing. This is incredibly illegal.
Wow. So unlicensed plumbing.
Oh, dude, I was in Arncliffe. They're all unlicensed there.
Actually, your dad was a bit of a DIY fiend.
Yeah, he.
Well, is. He's still alive.
If you're listening to this, Dad, probably not. Hello. But yeah, no, he's. Yeah, what has he done DIY related? He did a lot to his car.
He built that fire pit.
That's right, the fire pit. Oh, we live videoed that, didn't we?
Yeah.
If you go back and look at our Facebook live video
And starting a fire.
and starting a fire, because it's winter and it's cold. Yeah, there's like a little gas canister or a propane tank. Bobby, go get some propane.
Dang it, Bobby.
Dang it, Bobby.
That boy ain't right.
Yeah, he just like cut up the propane canister and turned into a fire pit, of which we then found the paint on it was flammable, but it was fine once that all burned off.
No, it turns out, like, if you're doing stuff like that, you got to do that anyway. Like, you got to have a really big hot fire in it to burn off all the paint.
Oh, really?
I'm building a smoker oven
Oh, yeah.
out of an old oil drum right now.
Oh.
And it's got paint all over it. Like, and
so
the
you just
lining and
gotta-
stuff. So I had to put a giant bonfire in it.
Wow, thanks for the invite.
Well, it was there was something going on. Oh, yeah, you and Katie had to watch MasterChef that night.
Oh, good. I hate Master Chief, Chef.
It would be much more interesting if it was a Master Chief show.
Yeah, I know, right? Have you ever witnessed dodgy home improvement?
Well, not home improvement. I've seen people who were supposed to be tradies do dodgy work.
Yeah, of course.
Like, okay, so, all right, power outlets, right?
Yeah,
There's 3, like, wires what go into the back of it, right?
yeah.
There's, like, and when you put them in the back, you have to cut off the outer shielding of the cable.
Yeah.
And then to get to the 3 ones. And then you have to cut off a little bit at the end of each wire so it can connect to the terminal, right?
Yeah.
These guys stripped the wire back like an inch or two from the back of the outlet.
Yeah.
And I was like working in the back of this wall with a live outlet right next to me. Like, I mean, it was 240 volts. It would have given me a bit of a tickle. If I grabbed it, it would have killed me. But,
Yeah, we should get a taser. Sorry,
I think only women. No, they're talking about making it legal for women to carry tasers only. Have you heard about that?
really? Here?
Yeah.
But why don't we just give them guns?
Why don't we just give everybody guns and everyone's really polite?
Yeah, we should bring guns back.
Yeah, then we just.
I missed guns for all those 2 years that they were around.
Here's the thing: if you go into McDonald's, right? Are you going to go up to the counter and say, "Can I get if the guy behind you has a gun?"
Well, no.
Like you're
first,
waiting in line for 20 minutes, and then you get to the. I mean, okay, yeah, they have the.
the machine things that you can order on now.
Okay, let's say Gloria Jeans. I know you hate coffee.
Okay. I do like their Tim Tam chiller sort of dealy things. They're really good.
Anyway, so you go into one of them. You go into any fast food establishment. You're waiting in line for 10 minutes, and then you get to the middle of the line and you go, well, what do I want? And then suddenly you hear behind you.
Yeah.
Suddenly you're ordering a lot faster. It would fix society.
See, I'm the person that always I don't get in the line until I know what I want.
Yeah, that's what a responsible person
Because
does. And everyone's going to do that if everybody's got a gun.
But see, that's the
And
thing.
children too.
I've found
Give them
that,
like little pink plastic guns or something.
I found that in fast food, you get a lot faster service if you get out of the damn car and walk in. Because a lot of I've walked into McDonald's and Macca's and stuff, and the two girls on the counter have been like, I know, right? And they're just chatting and whereas the one girl on drive-through is like, I need 50 Big Macs.
Yeah, I always feel sorry for that person.
Yeah.
But that's what it's like being a communications manager for a Fortune 500 company.
Is that like garbologist, where you're a garbage collector?
It's from either a movie or a TV show that I saw, and someone was talking about jazzing up their resume.
Wouldn't
and
they
that
be
was-
oh wow, you're a, I'm going to do that. I'm going to say I was chief shit kicker at a very highly established government agency.
Logistics manager. No, that's got a specific thing now.
Yeah, logistics is a...
Because that means like shipping containers and stuff. I know we got back on shipping containers.
That's... People live in shipping containers now. And people,
That
I
would be
assume, would
terrible.
improve them. Oh, yeah, no, I think of the Echo.
And the insulation. Like, okay, think about how much space is already in there. And then just take out like 15 centimeters worth. And then add another like
You just put in
2 centimeters on for the like jib rock.
You just put in a bigger shipping container. You put your small shipping container in the bigger shipping container,
They're all the same size.
but you find a bigger one.
Yeah, they don't really make them. They're designed to be all the exact same size no matter what country you're in. And they stack on top of each other perfectly. And
Yeah,
they
I
stack
know.
beside each other perfectly.
You just wrap it in cling wrap. Lots of cling wrap.
Look, I feel like you could buy a second-hand caravan for cheaper than a shipping container. Not particularly because a shipping container, you need to get it there on the truck. Then you need something capable of lifting it from the truck into whatever property you're trying to build on.
Yeah.
Usually this is called a crane.
Yeah.
So you got to hire a crane. Right?
Yeah. I mean, you could just buy a crane.
Why would you buy a... When are you going to use a crane? Except to move your
Your
shipping
shipping
container
container.
that you just bought. Okay. Fair call.
One of the actually, this is
It's like, I feel like the shipping container being on the east side of the backyard today. Honey, go up in the crane again.
honey.
No, I did it last time. You do it.
I actually, my parents knew a guy who lived on his property was on like a hill that was a really steep hill, and
This wasn't in Dunedin, was it?
no,
Oh, because that's the steepest hill in the world.
really.
Well, the steepest street in the world.
Oh, because I was going to say, like, wouldn't the steepest hill in the world just be a cliff?
That's a good point.
No, yeah, it's no, it was down near my grandma's place, and like he like lived on a really steep property, and he was doing his own home improvement to his backyard, so he was like, I could rent like a digger, or I could just buy one, and so he just bought his own like I don't know, small backhoe bobcat sort of digger sort of thing.
Oh, like the one that's not a full-on car,
Yeah, yeah.
but it's like a little,
it's
like
got-
a ride-on mower with a
Yeah, it's like a
thing
little
on the
one,
front.
and it's got
Yeah.
like the backhoe digger,
back sex worker digger, please.
back farming
Sorry.
implement. How dare I? But yeah, no, yeah. He bought one of them, and he's like, yeah, whatever, I'll just sell it later.
I can't have good resale value on that.
I know. Right? I'm pretty sure it's still in his yard. I haven't
So-
been past this house in probably about 10 years. but
If that guy, that guy ever does home improvement, would that basically mean his spirit level is useless? Because like,
well, you'll still want a level house.
what you mean his house isn't just 45 degrees all the way through?
I mean, I would.
No, but where he's building something in his backyard and then suddenly, okay, he's got retaining
everything would-
walls and stuff.
yeah,
Okay,
Yeah, he would.
yeah.
That's why he bought a backhoe digger. Or just like a hoe digger. It's not really on the back, it's sort of on the front.
But I thought it because it goes backward. I don't know. I only know them as excavators.
Excavators.
Every bloody tradie I talk to says excavators. It really annoys me, but it's easier to
Really?
say.
Excavators is, yeah. But it sounds like you got like a speech impediment. It's
See,
like
I sound more like I've got a speech impediment when I say excavators, because I have to really work on it. But excavators, like, yeah. But then I get it confused with
Oh my
Bugger.
god. I'm still in. Are you in? Oh, I'm not in. I'm in. I'm not. I'm in on this side. Michael's knocked over the.
Michael is an idiot.
Michael's knocked over the thingo.
Michael was not right in this case.
But yeah, no, it's a. Damn it! What are you talking about? I don't know. It's like I used to have a boss that used to say arcs, like ARKS.
Instead of ask.
Yeah. He'd be like, "Oh, go ask him," or like ask him, and I'm like, "The hell? I know what you're saying. What the hell are you doing?"
And he was your boss.
Yes, he was my boss.
Well, it's a common thing over in the States.
Ask them a question.
Yeah.
Wasn't that a very black thing?
Black people and people from the South.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the way black people talk is sort of derived from the way Southern people talk,
Yeah, that makes sense.
but not all of it because they've got their own unique things that they say.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to think of one that doesn't sound like I'm an absolute bigot.
An absolute racist, yeah.
Just take my word for it.
That you're a racist, yeah, sure.
No,
I don't know. I'm trying to think of more home improvement stuff. I don't know. I've never improved a home. Actually, this is my own dodgy building work. So my curtain rail fell down in the living room of my apartment.
Yep.
And so I was like, I don't know, how am I going to fix this? Blue tack and hot glue.
What? So
like
the bit that ties it to the wall.
Yeah,
And you mounted it back up with.
I just jammed like blue tack down the hole, and then like hot glued it in, and then just like jammed the
Well, what was the wall made of?
brick.
Okay, I mean I understand. I understand why you didn't redo brick.
You've seen the rail. Look, when you next come over, I'll show you, and it's still hanging on.
You should have just put a screw through the blue tack.
That's basically what I did. I put the screw in, like, so it was like there was like the hole, and then there was like blue. So it was like, imagine that's like a cross section of the hole. I put like blue tack in the bottom,
Yeah.
and then like hot glued in, and then I put the screw in, and then I drilled into the blue tack.
That's actually what
Except I used hot glue as well.
quietly. That's what I might have done if I had. I mean, I probably would have actually just got one of those green, those little plug things that you stick in the hole.
Oh yeah,
It's just a curtain rod.
There was a couple of those, but like, I decided against that.
Did you have them or did you?
Oh no, I had them, but I didn't like. I'd have.
Did you just do it for the
Do you know
content?
how much more blue tack I would have needed? No, I don't know. I was holding. Look, we're moving out. Also, if you're my landlord or real estate agent,
This isn't true.
this isn't true. This
Yeah,
is
he's just making this up.
This is just for like a good story, Don't check it though. Just ixnay on that. I won't tell you which side it is.
But wouldn't the blue tack I feel like the screw would just wrap itself around the blue tack would wrap itself around the screw.
Which works really well because the hot glue.
That's not how screws work.
The hot glue. I don't know. The hot glue made it hot. Hot glue is really hot. Have you ever touched hot glue?
Yeah, it is. And it sticks.
Oh,
so
yeah,
it's basically
and you
napalm.
can't get it off. Yeah.
What you should have done is you would have got like a heat gun or a hairdryer. Heat guns are way hotter though.
Heat gun sounds cool.
And you just you just bake dry the blue tack, so it forms a nice little crust on the outside. That retains its structural integrity. And you see what I did there?
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
You said
And then-
tack and
yeah.
describing blue tack.
So then it wouldn't absolutely twist itself to shit. But you know what? I don't know.
Look, hot glue and blue tack. I mean, I was thinking about getting like my own set of blinds for it, but then I was like, but I'd have to take them out when I leave.
Yeah, no, don't. Just stick with what you've got. And, maybe replace the blue tack with one of those little green star plugs.
I see where you're coming from, but no. I'd rather not do that. Look, my blue tack and hot glue is working.
Actually, if there's hot glue involved, it could take the paint off, and that's going to just create more problems.
But it's not on the outside. All of it is in the hole behind the fitting.
Yeah, but if it's stuck to any paint, it'll just pull off a sheet of paint.
It's not stuck to paint, it's inside. It's like it's stuck to brick.
Oh, so... Okay. I'll take your word for it.
Look, you can see when you come over, it's actually pretty funny.
Yeah, just take the whole thing off. Show me what you did.
Oh, yeah, okay, cool. So I have to do it again? Yeah. Look, lightning doesn't strike twice, all right?
That's a great story, actually.
Yeah. And because... who was there when I did it? I think it might have been like Jammo or something. He's like... No, it was Thomas. And he was like, that's not going to stick, dude. You're retarded. And I'm like... Well, you just wait.
I mean, maybe you are, but not for that reason.
I mean, that was completely genius.
Did you think it was going to work?
Oh, hell no. I was doing it for the lols. Sorry, lols. Lols with a U.
See, it would have been funny if it fell, but it's funnier that it didn't.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like, yeah, no, it is like exactly that one there, which just looks like it's about to fall. But that's in wood.
No,
That's
because
cheating.
it's stuck into the picture rail because that's easier to put things in than brick.
It's in the.
Oh, is it in the brick? I can't tell.
No, it's in the skirting around the window.
Yeah.
We're looking at the window. We're like the window that's right next to us in the studio.
But yeah, so it's in wood, and all the woodwork on this house is terrible.
It's not that bad.
It's just not. I mean,
Good.
it's a lot of it's old, and a lot of it was done by the dodgy drug dealer who used to own this place. I don't know if I've talked about this on the podcast.
You did. It was with the Katie episode.
Yeah, and he's done all the unlicensed electrician and telecom upgrades to our house because he a lot like your dad. He was a tradie, but I think your dad did better work. Not a tradie. I mean, yeah, I think your dad was a tradie at some point, but he was a DIY enthusiast. He built an extension on the house, possibly out of asbestos.
Was that before asbestos became a bad thing?
Oh, it was like in the 70s. Actually, it might have been after. Look, this guy was dodgy. And he also built... You've been in the garage down... Oh, yeah, we used to have a pool table down there.
Did you?
Yeah, you've played pool with me on it several times.
No, I have not.
You did. We played darts down there.
Yeah, darts. I remember playing darts.
Yeah, we had a pool table down there too.
Since when?
It's not down there now.
Yeah, I know it's not because it's full of crap.
From when I was in year 9 to year 11. No, maybe year 8. You've definitely played pool with me on it.
Definitely not.
Because you didn't have the space behind you. You remember?
No. Oh, I do remember now, and I also do remember breaking slightly of the ball.
Yeah, the side of the table kept coming off, and it was not level.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I put a pool cue through the wall.
Yeah. Anyway, he built and wired up that whole garage himself.
Yeah, it was just.
And it really shows because you got like that nice exposed studs look on the wall. It's all asbestos, outer.
You just avoid it as best as you can.
No, as long as you don't drill it, it's pretty much fine. Or like you don't mess with it.
Don't cut it. Yeah.
You let it just have its own space, and then you have your space.
Just walk up to it and like breathe it in, just like.
I was thinking of
breathing in asbestos.
No, I was thinking of like finding a coke addict.
And giving him asbestos?
Giving him like asbestos and gyprock and saying, which one of these is coke? One of them's just icing sugar, but they're both like highly
deadly.
Well, I don't know about gyprock. I mean, it's definitely not good for your lungs.
It's they use it.
Not asbestos, sorry.
They use it.
I don't know about gyprock.
They use ground up gyprock to, like make cocaine like
to dilute it.
yeah, to dilute it. Yeah, sorry, because it still gives you the like effect of like when you put it up your nose, it burns or whatever. I don't know. I've never done coke. But yeah, when you put it up your nose, it still burns, so it still gives us the same effect. So they can like dial it down or whatever.
That's crazy.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and all the shelving units in our garage are like doors.
Yeah.
So like he cut a door in half and used it as a shelf.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
smart. It's recycling.
It's thrifty, but it looks bad.
Oh yeah,
And like his brackets bend.
incredibly so.
Yeah. And like we can't actually keep things on the shelf because a lot of them slide off. Yeah.
I mean,
You know, exposed wiring, and
just don't.
he
touch
concreted
it.
the ground himself. As such, it's really like we've seen the ground out there. It's like it's all like it's really rough, and
Oh, I thought it was like it seems flat.
it's flat enough. But
Doesn't concrete just do that if you put enough water in it? It just flattens itself out.
I don't know.
Oh,
But every concreter I've seen around, they definitely need to like.
move a block across it.
They
Yeah.
got to move a block across it, and they got to get that thing that goes Zamboni or whatever it's called.
What?
You know, the thing that goes. It's like a big sander. It's like a big motor, and then there's a
Oh,
sander. And
spins.
it
I
spins
thought
on the
you were
floor.
talking about the padding thing. Like you
Oh,
can
they
get
do have one of those
the padding
too.
machine.
No,
yeah.
but that one goes.
Yeah.
But this one goes.
Okay. Oh, sorry, boring me. With all your talk. What's next on your list?
I have a coworker who replaced the shoelaces on his boots with zip ties.
I need to do this because I hate shoelaces. They just get everywhere and they untie and they're gross.
It's just coarse and rough, and it gets everywhere. No, okay. So he didn't put them all the way up here,
Yeah.
and so he just put them on like these two, like, what do they call, eyelets, grommets.
Eyelets. I don't know.
The holes what you put the laces through.
What you put laces
What
through.
you put the laces through.
What you put laces through. Was the English just right?
Actually, he's American. Very much the opposite.
Oh.
Well, French is really the opposite, but
Yeah.
anyway, put it through the first eyelet from the bottom and the fourth eyelet from the bottom. What you put
Yeah.
the laces in, and then it basically, and it holds it together, and he can just like shove his boots on and off like they're those R.M. Williams ones.
See, that's smart.
Oh, it's incredibly smart.
I'm going to do that for a couple of my shoes.
Yeah,
'Cause I hate-
he hasn't figured out a DIY solution to the belt on his pants though.
You just keep connecting zip ties together.
Well, I remember for a while you used the iPhone cable.
That was once.
Well,
That was once, and it was as a joke.
look, I saw it once, but I remember it 4 times. So,
I didn't know. It was once, and I can't remember where we went. And it was a joke. It's like the bit in The Simpsons where he's like, "What, you don't like my extension cable?" It was
Yeah.
really bad, Mo. That was Jimbo.
it was Jimbo.
Jimbo, that's right. Hey, he's ragging on your extension cable.
Got him.
But yeah, no, you could just put a whole bunch of zip ties together and just zzz, as a belt. But then, I mean, you'd have to cut it off every time you use it.
Yeah. No, I mean, I feel like you can make a belt out of duct tape, but you need some buckles.
Yeah, you just, I don't know. I got a really good belt buckle at home, but I don't have a belt to put it on because all my belts are broken.
You should get a what you should do is you get an extension cable, cut the
Cut the ends off.
the ends off, stick them into the belt buckle, solder them on.
No, have you ever seen those LED belt buckles?
Yeah, I know a guy who had one.
What did he write on it? Or did it just say like, ha, lol?
Okay, so he went party down here, V, 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 V. Because the V's look like downwards arrows.
Yeah, I know,
It's
right?
pointing at his crotch.
It's pointing at his penis, yes.
Yeah.
Was it a party?
Well, look, he had a storied and diverse sexuality.
The hell does that mean? What, was he gay?
He sticks it in everything.
Oh, okay.
He was much like Pando Calrissian.
Oh, he's having sex with droids.
Yeah. Like, I could imagine him doing like Captain Kirk in Star Trek, where he bangs the aliens. So,
Speaking of Pando Calrissian, he's been confirmed for the next... Billy D. Williams has been confirmed for the next Star Wars.
that's good. Because I guess they've killed off all the original trilogy characters.
They've killed off one.
I've killed off two. And one of them is dead in real life.
Yeah, but no one's ever really dead in Hollywood.
I mean, I think Carrie Fisher is, yeah.
Yeah, but like you could just make it again. You can just like... Because a lot of Hollywood actors have to get their face... Like, especially the older ones, have to get like their face photographed from every conceivable angle so that they can... If they die during filming, they can just edit them in. It's like the Paul Walker thing. Paul Walker roll
Yeah, but they got his
cages.
brother who looks a lot like him. Like
Yeah,
that scene...
to be the body, yes, but they the bit where it's
Yeah,
like
they touched up his face a bit.
yeah, so he's not really dead. They just used someone else. It's like how there was young Princess Leia in Rogue One. Great movie.
That was another actor, and they touched her up.
That was a completely they completely re-CGI'd her.
Oh. No, they didn't.
Have you seen? Have you, no, have you
CGI
seen
her.
the? Have you seen the filming of it?
No, but I'm
It's
just
it's
talking
just
out of
a-
my ass.
It's just a woman walking around with a green screen over her face.
That's hilarious.
It's actually really it's same with the guy that was really old that died.
Peter Cushing.
Yeah, he was also in Star Wars. Yeah, it was just another really old guy with a green screen over his face.
See, they could have got the guy that played him in episode 3
Oh, was a guy that played him in episode 3?
for like 10 seconds.
Oh.
So maybe he wasn't a very good actor, but he looked like him.
Probably, I don't know. There was it's like with the actor how it's like Leia's dad, not Darth Vader. Spoiler alert. It's for like a 30-year-old movie. He's
Jimmy Smits plays him.
Yeah, he's that guy. He's in The West Wing or something.
Yeah, well, he's in everything, and he's a TV actor over there.
He's in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. He's Santiago's dad.
That's a good cast.
They yeah, haven't you seen that episode? Oh, spoiler alert.
No, I always recognise Jimmy Smits.
But yeah, no. So like so he's in a couple of movies. He's in like 2 and 3, and then Rogue One, and then which he ages drastically, and then in 4, she runs off when Alderaan gets blown up, and she's like, "Daddy," and it's a white guy.
Wait, what?
I mean, the bit when Alderaan gets blown up, and like her father's there or something.
There's not a shot of him.
Pretty sure there is.
No.
90% sure there is.
No.
80% sure there is.
No, there's not. I mean, there might be one in like the remastered edition that nobody cares about.
It's not Jimmy Smits, no.
No, her daddy doesn't appear in.
Look at I said daddy. Oh my goodness, what have you done? Okay, he's kicked the thing again.
You're thinking. You laughed just then for Alderaan reasons.
Well done.
His 100%. Her dad doesn't appear in that movie.
90% sure she does. It's back up to 90.
No, there's no context for her to see her dad in. you see the planet. It blows up from like a distance. You don't see the surface of the planet.
No, Alderaan explosion original. Hold on. Probably pause it here as well because this is like a 5-minute video. Right, next.
Governor Tarkin, I should have expected to find you holding Vader's leash. I
Oh.
recognized your foul stench.
I love that she's in a British accent for no reason.
Yeah, no.
They She switches to American later in the movie.
Grim Tarkin, the more star systems will slip through your fingers.
Not after we demonstrate the power to the location of the rebel base. Discover another target, a military target, then name the system. I grew. You're far too trust. Come in. As if millions of voices.
Okay, that was the end of the video. Hold on.
Michael was right again.
No, he's not. I remember this specifically.
Yeah, some people remember Nelson Mandela dying in the
No
90s.
star system will dare oppose thee. In a way. You
Oh, that's right, yeah.
choice
And the Berenstain Bears or something?
Yeah, and the No, you mean the Berenstain
You are
Bears.
reluctant to provide us with
People have found things that say Berenstain.
Yeah, you ever heard of this thing called a typographical error?
I grow tired of asking this. So
You're on Tatooine.
see Lord Vader, she can be reasonable. Continue with
You see what I have to deal with, Katie?
when ready.
What?
You're far too trusting. Dantooine is too remote to make an effective demonstration, but don't worry.
You know he was wearing
We'll deal
slippers
with
in
your
that
rebel
shot
friends soon.
Really?
because the boots were like 3 sizes too small for him.
Is it that scene? I don't know. It's there. I know.
It's not there.
Yes, it is. She said it's not. I don't know if it's that scene specifically.
No, there's no scene in the movie where her daddy appears.
Just gonna Google Leia says daddy.
I think Leia says daddy will get you many different videos from Star Wars.
Hold on. Cora, here we go. Something. Are you struggling emotionally? Chat with a therapist. No, thank you.
What? When you search Leia daddy,
How did Leia blah? I don't know. I'll find it. I know
it's
there.
not there.
I know it's there.
It's not there.
I
You just
know
watched
it's
the
there.
original scene, and it wasn't there.
I know it's there.
It's not.
Leia smooching daddy. Save. I know it's there. Hold on. Yeah, that was a different one. It's there.
At no
I've
point
seen
do
it.
you see anything on Alderaan in that movie.
No,
You just-
not on Alderaan. I remember this vividly.
Okay.
So-
Describe the scene.
It's that scene where it's like, blow up Alderaan, and then it gets blown up, and then she's crying in some other dude's arm who's a white guy, and she says, daddy. He is in the room, not on Alderaan being like, hello, haha.
Yeah, but that's not her dad. And it's not meant to be her dad. She probably said daddy because she was high on cocaine and like she was really freaky back in the 80s and it was like 70s. That's the dude that takes her from the prison.
No, I just watched it then.
No, you didn't because you didn't see that thing.
Yeah, I
you
know.
were
I just watched it.
talking
It's
about.
not in that scene. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
This is the Mandela effect. Man.
Tentative at best. Michael is right.
Do you remember? So was it Berenstain or Berenstain?
I don't know.
Where did you
I
land on that?
I only turned up knowing about. The
When did
Berens-
Mother Teresa die?
Mother Teresa's dead? Wasn't she a fictional character? No, I'm kidding. No, I thought she was a fictional character up until,
I
I
saw
don't
it.
know, it was like 15, 16.
I was never quite sure. I thought it was like Santa Claus.
Oh, yeah. When do you get upgraded when you're a nun from sister to mother?
If you're like the head nun in a monastery, you're mother.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like,
As like monks, they're brother, but then if they be
oh, they're a priest.
if they're
father,
a priest, they're father. Yeah.
they're brothers.
There was a monk called Saint Moses the Black.
Wow, really?
Oh, he's got the best like icon, and he was like a
Icon?
All right, do you remember Pulp Fiction?
No, vaguely.
He's
I haven't seen
basically
it in like 10 years.
looks like it was like made up.
Is this the thing that
This is actually like he's an actual real thing. That's his icon. And you will know my name is the Lord.
Hold on. I carry behind me my sins, something. And I come to judge my brother. That's just what it says in the picture. Wow, he's really... Damn.
Yeah, there's a few ones there.
Good one.
Anyway, he was this criminal scoundrel dude.
Brother
Whoa.
Black.
Come on, man.
Wasn't Brother Black a bad guy in it something?
Not only that, he was a desert father. So he was running away from the authorities and he took sanctuary with like some monks in the desert. And then he converted to Christianity and became a monk himself. And then he died when bandits came to attack the monastery. And he let all the other monks get away while he distracted them and like non-violently gave his life for the rest of them.
Oh, wow.
Exactly like Pulp Fiction. But not really. Not remotely, actually.
I mean...
But my point is he was a brother and a brother.
See, it's I don't know. Yeah. Home improvement.
You know, a great way to improve your home or to have the funds to improve your home.
Is this in business yourself?
Business. Draft. Finance. Marketing. And big on your portfolio.
What was your business idea?
My business idea, okay. Golf resorts,
Yeah.
right? You go there. I mean, now that I think about it and I've actually said it out loud, they're really only used for like high-end business meetings where you can also play golf.
Oh, they have the Bilderberg meetings at golf resorts exclusively.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Right. Mini golf resorts. Where you've got entire like pastures of just mini golf.
But you only need 18 holes of mini golf.
Yeah, but you can have several courses.
Okay.
One hole on a real golf course could be 18 holes mini golf.
So you could have 18 courses.
Yes.
And then like...
Assuming that there's no water in between the... Like, if you've got to like hit it to an island and get the boat out.
But then you have to get a mini pitching wedge or something. Like a mini driver.
Yeah, so it's... So, here we go. Am I inventing a new sport? It's a mini golf, but it's actually golf. You've actually got to hit a ball that's like the size of like a grain of sand.
Well,
And the course is only like a meter long. And you've got to like,
toothpick
get
size.
like little golf clubs and be like,
That's way better.
thank you for production value. I haven't made that joke in a while. But yeah, you just have a mini golf, a mini regular golf. That's what we'll call it. But also a mini golf resort. Because think about it, you could take your kids there. You'd be like, all right, kids, go play golf, and then you could sit by the windmill next to the pool.
Why would you have the windmill next to a pool? Have you ever seen
Because
the mini...
every mini golf course has a windmill.
Have you ever seen the water in the mini golf course water?
Yeah,
It's blue.
yeah, it's like coloured
Got
blue.
like the disinfectant and stuff in it.
Yeah. But, I mean, chlorine is just a disinfectant, really. You could go sit by the mini pool with the mini bar. I mean, that's in the hotel room. But, you know what I'm saying, in mini chairs. And you could be like, kids, go have fun. And then you go and get a mini massage and mini cruise. I don't know. I assume it's
That's
on an
just where
island.
Warwick Davis walks on your back. I was a bit slow on
He's
that one.
dead now.
No, he's not. Vern Troy is dead. Warwick Davis is still alive. And that's very highly bigoted of you
No.
to think that they're the same person.
Didn't he die?
No. Not Warwick Davis. Vern Troyer died.
Who's in R2D2?
Kenny Baker.
Okay, he's dead.
And he's dead.
Yeah.
For sure.
My bad.
And I think he died before episode 7, or he died just after.
He died just after.
All right, so
I was gonna say,
it was actually him inside that.
This is another
the
Star
suit.
Wars thing because in
Kenny Baker actually played Leia's daddy in episode 4.
Yeah, she's also a dwarf. No, that's how you know she's adopted.
What, the fact that she's like white and her dad's Hispanic doesn't like tip you off.
Oh, I totally forgot about that.
Well, space Hispanic.
They come from
Spain.
Mexicon 9.
Mexicon 9.
Well, that sounds like a planet. Like, I mean, a Star Trek planet, but like, here we are at Otacon 9. It's
And every time they go to a planet, they're like, "Oh, it's got an oxygen-rich atmosphere. Thank God."
wow, all these things seem to have oxygen. Yeah. But yeah, no, mini golf resorts.
Would the rest of the resort be mini?
Yes, including your rooms. But that's just quaint and an excuse to charge more for less.
Charge more for something that's objectively a worse product.
And a mini beach. It's like that long, like 30 centimeters long.
It's like one person gets to use it at a time.
It's my turn. I'd like to book in to use the beach, please.
So does this mean the mini bar will be a mini bar?
Yes.
Or will it be the only regular sized thing in the whole thing because it's already mini?
It'll be double. It'll be a regular bar. The mini bar's inside the mini pool, which is also known as just like a bucket,
A puddle.
like a puddle. And it's like got, I don't know, like, what else are at resorts? I don't know. I've never really been to one.
A mini sauna.
Yeah, that's just
So it's just a phone booth made of wood.
a really small phone booth.
But it can't be glass because people have to be naked in it.
I mean,
If you're
some
doing it
people are
right.
exhibitionists.
That's true.
It's like, yeah, I don't know. Did you have a business idea?
Yeah, and this might already be a thing. But
Good. I'll be able to poke holes in it easier.
yeah, okay. So you know how they have those like shed things? Yeah, you can buy like a flat pack shed from Bunnings.
Yeah.
Americans, Bunnings is our version of Home Depot. Anyway,
Or Walmart. The hardware section of Walmart.
yeah. Anyway, so you can buy those flat pack sheds.
Yeah.
You advertise yourself as a licensed shed builder, right?
Yeah.
And then you just build flat pack sheds from Bunnings, and you say that they're like bespoke.
Already exists.
Why did your dad do that for a little while?
No, you can get a trade license, which is erection of prefabricated buildings.
Erection.
Prefabricated. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that already exists.
Well,
I mean, you could do it for someone, but specifically only be an erector of prefabricated things.
I would love. All right, Michael Gunning, erection specialist.
Is this in the medical field or the construction field?
See,
or-
I'll keep it vague so I get more people calling me because really I just crave human contact.
yeah, this is the podcast.
Actually,
Actually, human contact. I'm kidding.
All right, no, okay, so I'll do that, but I'll also carry around like the sample packets of Viagra. So I can specialize in all types of erections.
Wasn't there a thing where you can get Viagra injections or something?
I mean, you probably could. It is just a drug.
No, it was like, it's like the extra strength, like the Viagra Fort.
You could do like Michael Armstrong.
Well, he had one ball.
Yeah, but like you know how he blood doped? Like he injected extra oxygenated blood into his bloodstream?
Yeah.
You do that, but in your dingus. That's like a Viagra injection.
I read a thing about this guy that when he was really young, he heard about penis pumps, and so
I still haven't figured out what those are.
it's just like a suction thing that makes your erection larger.
Oh, is it like cupping?
Yeah, it's like that.
Like that thing that Instagram chicks did with their lips?
Exactly, yeah, but it's like a machine that's like pumps up your dick. He thought you actually had to. So he, as a kid, he's like, oh wow, there's a tiny little hole in my penis, and there's like, I've got this like bicycle pump, and so it wasn't like an air compressor or anything. It was like
God.
it was like a one, and so he like, oh, what has happened?
I did it again.
It's yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's better. Wow, it sounds heaps better.
I'm just going to kick the line. I really need to buy not a 10-meter long one. Anyway.
But yeah, and like he put it down the end of his dick hole and like pumped it up, and he was like, and it started hurting, and he was like, no pain, no gain. And it had like it was a Reddit like what's it, Tifu? Yeah. And like he posted, and then he's like, sometimes it still hurts to pee, and it's like, bro.
Dude.
Bro.
Well, I heard a story once about so there's some town in America where it became trendy to you stick a bike pump up your butt
Yeah.
and you pump it full of air and then it makes you high. Anyway,
If it was pure oxygen, maybe, yeah.
I don't know.
Because pure oxygen gives you.
It might not have made them high, but just been placebo effect. Anyway, some kid thought, if I get the compressed air thing from the gas station and put that up my pooper, that'll make me even higher. And he ruptured his whole, large
yeah.
intestine.
Yeah, I can't imagine why.
Possibly died. I don't know.
Oh, no,
I haven't heard the end of that story, but it can't be good. Because he might just have one of those gross, what are they called? Stomas?
What the hell's a stoma?
It's like because they cut open your
gonna
thing
regret
and
Googling
they cut a
this.
hole in your stomach and then poo comes out of the hole.
Stoma. What is a stoma? Images. Oh, ew.
Colostomy.
Why am I scrolling? I was up.
Did you see pictures? Yeah,
It
so
was
like
mostly poopy in bags, but
yeah, okay, but so there's like a little hole in the side of their belly.
yeah.
Wherever their large intestine ends, and then poo comes out that hole. Except it's like half finished poo.
Oh, so there's still
So
good
it's
bits in it.
Oh,
So you could just
There's
like
no-
take it out and wash it off, and you're good for it.
oh yeah. No, there's no good bits left, but it's because it doesn't go through the soft serve machine, right? Oh. It doesn't have any general shape to it, and it smells worse. I'm not sure exactly why it smells worse.
The colon does it's like a drive-in car wash through your colon.
What?
Haven't you ever seen like the thing in your colon that looks like a drive-through car wash? It like zzzz with the big
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
like on the side of the
yeah.
yeah. Okay.
And like the thing comes down, you pay like $20 and you go
You're still talking about your colon?
yeah.
Yeah.
You pay $20 to get no, but yeah, there's
Pay $25 if you want wax.
Pay 30 if you want an undercarriage cleaning.
I always go for the undercarriage cleaning, dude.
You don't need to. In Australia, you don't need to. Have you seen Ant-Man and the Wasp?
No.
It explains it so perfectly. Go watch it. It's really good. However, the end's pretty obvious.
Doesn't need to be not obvious. It's a Marvel movie.
Oh, no, it's like... Spoiler alert. I know it's a very new movie. Are you going to watch it?
Not really.
Okay. So it's like the ending of the actual movie itself is like, oh wow, that's really cool. I didn't see that coming. But then like after it, he goes somewhere where he's got to be pulled back,
Yeah.
and like he's like, hey guys, pull me back now, and they're all ash
Oh, that's great.
because he got the Thanos snap.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Spoiler alert over.
That's really funny, actually.
But no, he's stuck there.
Yeah, but it's funny.
Oh no, it's pretty funny. But yeah, it's how are we
Okay.
going for time?
It's time to wrap up.
Wrap it up. All right, we're gonna. This is where we do the social media thing. Quite honestly, just look in the description. But I'm gonna run through it. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram. It's most of it's just in Smart Yourself podcast, except Twitter's @and_smarten. Thanks, Katie. YouTube.
Who had Adam Smarten yourself?
No one.
Why are we Adam Smarten?
Yeah, that's what I said. That's why everyone thinks we're the InSmarten podcast.
Why? But why? What did she?
If anything,
Did
I
she put
would,
a space at the end and then it?
I don't know, probably.
What did we?
I think once we get to like 1,000 followers, we can opt to change it. I think it's 1,000.
Can we change it to the real Donald Trump?
At the real Donald Trump.
This man is an imposter. I am the.
This man is I have
This
the
man
real,
is an imposter.
I
I
have-
am the president.
My Twitter handle is the real Donald Trump. I am the president.
It's terrific.
Oh my God, get this man a helicopter now. We need him in the White House in 20 minutes. And then Donald's like,
That'd be the best way to do
"Excuse
a
me,
coup.
what are you doing?" As he's like got his shirt on and his dick out only, because we
We've
established
discussed this, yes.
his shirt cocks it.
But I feel like he's also got slippers on.
Oh yeah,
Or
no.
maybe like those weird sandals that they wear in showers over there.
Does he live in the White House?
Yeah, you have to.
Oh, security or? Because I assume he'd have like 100,000 other houses.
So, yeah, one, security, and two, it's so they know where he is, basically.
Oh, okay. Okay, back on topic. Yeah, go subscribe to us on YouTube. That's definitely a thing. Or if you're listening to us on YouTube, you probably haven't listened this far. No one listens to us on YouTube. Yeah, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Go hit like or subscribe. I don't know what they are. Follow. Podbean as well. I don't know. Not really. I mean, that's what we host on. You can subscribe to us there. Please do. It makes us look better.
Yeah,
Anything
we can't.
else?
We don't actually know the subscribe. Well, you can't find out the subscriber count from iTunes.
Really? I thought we did.
No, you can't. They don't give it to anyone.
That's stupid.
You just have to calculate it. We're somewhere between 15 and 20 people,
Yeah.
I think.
Also, we have a thing in the works. It's coming up. It's very big. An actual famous guest coming on. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's famous tentatively here. He's been in a lot.
He's
let's
more
say that.
famous than anybody we've had on the podcast.
Yes, that's coming up soon. We're also going to launch the new segment we had. No. Yeah. You wanna just tease him a bit. You know, you don't want to drop too much. And yeah, that's it. Any parting words, Michael, before you run off to the computer?
No.
Wow.